If you'd like to learn more about poetry, you can reach us at... Psych, we just kidding. Good night, y'all.
Well, all of us aren't. And welcome to... Hi everyone, welcome back to Hearts and Minds, official YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Adarsh Pillai. I am a published poet and freelance writer. Please make sure to leave a comment down below after you're done watching the video. Share with your friends, don't forget to like. For more information on this or any other episode, go to my website heartsandmind1.wordpress.com. There are additional resources, more reading material, and a link to my book if you're interested. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Walt Whitman. At the age of 12, Whitman began to learn the printer's trade and fell in love with the written word. Largely self-taught, he read vicariously, became acquainted with the works of Homer, Dante, Shakespeare, and the Bible. Whitman worked as a printer in New York City until a devastating fire in the printing district demolished the industry. In 1836, at the age of 17, he began his career as a teacher in the one-room schoolhouses of Long Island. He continued to teach until 1841, when he turned to journalism as a full-time career. He founded a weekly newspaper, the Long Islander, and later edited a number of Brooklyn and New York papers, including the Brooklyn Daily Eagle. In 1848, Whitman left the Brooklyn Daily Eagle to become editor of the New Orleans Crescent for 3 months. After witnessing the auctions of enslaved individuals in New Orleans, he returned to Brooklyn in the fall of 1848 and co-founded a free soil newspaper, the Brooklyn Freeman, which he edited through the next fall. Whitman's attitude about race have been described as unstable and inconsistent. He did not always side with abolitionists, yet he celebrated human dignity. In Brooklyn, he continued to develop the unique style of poetry that later so astonished Ralph Waldo Emerson. In 1855, Whitman took out a copyright on the first edition of Leaves of Grass, which consisted of 12 untitled poems and a preface. He published the volume himself and sent a copy to Emerson in July of 1858. Whitman released the second edition of the book in 1856, containing 32 poems, a letter from Emerson praising the first edition, and a long open letter by Whitman in response. During his lifetime, Whitman continued to refine the volume, publishing several more editions of the book. Noted Whitman scholar M. Jimmy Killingsworth writes that the merge, as Whitman conceived it, is the tendency of the individual self to overcome moral, psychological, and political boundaries. Whitman's genre. Whitman combines the more formal language of uniform hieroglyphic with colloquialisms, Americanisms, and slang to create the figure of a democratic speaker who answers the child inclusively and familiarly. Perhaps the most obvious stylistic trait of Whitman's poetry is the long line written in free verse. Here are 5 poems by Mr. Whitman that I'll be reading for you. O me, O life. O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless strains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, of myself forever reapproaching myself, for who more foolish than I, and who more faithless, of eyes that vainly crave the light, of the object's mean, of the struggle ever renewed, of the poor results of all, of the plodding and sordid crowds I see around me, of the empty and useless years of the rest, with the rest me intertwined. The question, O me, so sad reoccurring, what good amidst these, O me, O life? The answer, that you are here, that life exists an identity, that the powerful play must go on and you may contribute a verse. I sing the body electric. I sing the body electric, the armies of those I love engirth me and I engirth them. They will not let me off till I go with them, respond to them and discorrupt them, and charge them full with the charge of my soul. Was it doubted that those who corrupt their own bodies conceal themselves? And if those who defile the living are as bad as those who defile the dead? And if the body does not do fully as much as the soul? And if the body were not the soul, what is the soul? When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed. When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed, and the great star early dropped in the western sky in the night, I mourned and yet shall mourn with every returning spring. Ever returning spring trinity, sure to me you bring, lilac blooming, perennial and drooping, star in the west, and thought of him I love. O powerful western fallen star, O shades of night, O moody tearful night. O great star disappeared, O the black murk that hides the star. O cruel hand that holds me powerless, O helpless soul of me. O harsh surrounding cloud that will not free my soul. O Captain, my Captain. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rack, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady kneel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells, rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bulge trills, for you bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores are crowding, for you they call the swaying mast, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with objects won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I with mournful tread walk the deck. My captain lies fallen cold and dead. When I heard the learned astronomer, with the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me. When I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I sitting heard the astronomer, where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick. Till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. And with that, we come to the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed the journey we took today. For full biography of Mr. Whitman and written 25 poems, curated by myself, written by Mr. Whitman, head over to heartsandwine1.wordpress.com. Link to it will be in the description, all free of cost, of course. With each coming day, I hope bring about a new change in your life, but the only thing consistent is inconsistency in the course of life. I wish you all the best. Remember tonight, signing off, Adarsh Pillai.